Hi, my name's Robbie Samuels. I'm a virtual event design consultant and executive Zoom producer. And each week I share a short story with a twist that ends with a business or life lesson. And I share this with my email list, and then I record it as a video to share it with you. Today's is titled, You Can't Teach an Old Dog New Tricks, which is something people say, but in my experience isn't really been true if I'm the old dog in question. Now, my dear friend, Dorothy Wellham, who's just turned 87, would probably not think of me as anything but young. And my kids, who are ages 3 and 5, most definitely from their perspective think that I'm old. But however that slices, I have been on this earth for a while, and I have developed some strong habits. Now, a little more than a decade ago, I just cold turkey quit caffeine. And I did it to improve my health and particularly improve my blood pressure. Now, the like habit around that was so strong. I was like drinking obscene amounts of caffeine, 4-shot Americanos, Diet Coke by the liter. If I was feeling a little thrifty, I was making cold brew at home, and I was going through a pound of coffee a week and did not really realize just how much caffeine that was. Now, one of the reasons I was able to kick the habit in a way was that I changed up my routine in a number of ways. And to manage the like physical symptoms of caffeine withdrawal, I took Excedrin migraine, which I highly recommend. The hardest part really was the shift in my identity, which I really, really resisted. I was very tied to being a caffeine addict and all that meant. And I was having a hard time letting that go. And then a few years ago, I started drinking seltzer after spending a lifetime just detesting the taste of seltzer. But now, fast forward, I have a 20-pound tank of CO2 that I use to refill my SodaStream canisters so I can get better than retail rates. And then about 18 months ago, I started running, which is super surprising because the plan had been to play dead if ever I was chased. And now I've run a 5K every single month since then. Now, living through the significant changes in my habits around my lifestyle does make it a wee bit easier for me to think about maybe making a new habit change. All last year, my wife was totally hooked and excited about audiobooks. And she kept encouraging me to, do the same thing since I was always complaining that I didn't have enough time to read. She racked up an impressive 105 books in 2020. Now, I resisted this whole idea because I was very overworked in 2020. I didn't have a lot of downtime, and whatever little downtime I had, my habit was to watch bad TV. And that was just, I couldn't break that habit. I couldn't even think about breaking that habit. But then with my newly designed and much less packed 2021 schedule that was coming up in 2021, it was like right at the end of the holidays, and she got the Barack Obama book. And I had time because it was like around the holidays. I wasn't really working, taking some time off, plus not working very much for the few days that I did work. And she said, well, do you want to read the book now that I've already got it on hold? And I jumped at the chance to listen to him share his book. Now, it's a really long book, his new book. And I listened to it at 3x because he talks so slowly. Anyway, by the first, I had finished the book, and I don't know, something like shifted, and I got like, what was the next book? What was the next book? And I was listening at 2x or maybe sometimes again 3x speed, and I listened to or read a couple ebooks, 9 books just in the first 9 days of 2021. So by January 9th, I had already consumed 9 books from my someday reading list, which felt so remarkable. And really, it's like I'm now like hooked on this idea, which, my wife was teasing me because I signed up for Goodreads. I mean, I've been on Goodreads since 2000, but I finally was using it. And she said, make a goal. And I had set 24 as my goal. And then here I am doing 9 books in 9 days. And she said, maybe you should increase your goal. So I teased her and told her I thought it was a monthly goal. So we'll see. We're now a few weeks further into the year, and I'm still doing it, which has been so helpful. Now, I think the thing that really helped me was me realizing that I'd made all these big changes in my life already. Like, I've done that. I've quit caffeine. I've started running. I've drank seltzer. So if I'm a caffeine-free, seltzer-loving runner, well, then why can't I also be a bookworm? Here's your challenge for the week. It's now been a few weeks. We're into 2021, and you might be having some difficulty, staying with your New Year's resolutions. It's actually, the data says that by mid-February, most people have stopped working on them. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to make a list of all the habits you've already changed in your lifetime for better. All the new habits you've worked on and made some changes. Now, did you quit smoking? Did you stop biting your nails? Did you switch to drinking tea for the most part? Whatever it was, just jot it all down. Now, in truth, you didn't really break a bad habit so much as replaced it with a new one, right? So here's a quote from The Power of Habit, one of the books that I read. It's by Charles Duhigg, and he says, you can't extinguish a bad habit, you can only change it. He goes on to say, keep the old cue, keep the old reward, but insert a new routine. It's a great book. Highly recommend it. One of the other reasons I love reading books is now I can recommend them. So check out The Power of Habit. What I think now is time for is for you to try on a new identity, right? Try on the identity of the person who will blank, the person who does blank, whatever it is that you're trying to form a habit around. Just, like me, thinking about myself as a runner, which still sounds really strange to me. Whatever it is, I hope you find within yourself to get through just another few weeks, just get past that mid-February mark, and then maybe it'll be something you stick with for more than just the month of January. Try this and let me know how it goes. Cheers.